Hello and welcome to this video where today we are going on a photo walk on the stunning Isle of Ulva, just off the west coast of the Isle of Mull. So if you've done a Mull Charters or Taurus Mara tour, then you will have started from the pontoon at Ulva Ferry, which is where I started from as well. We're currently on the pontoon on our little sailing trip, and Tim just dropped me off to go and do this little photo walk. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to see today. I have got a few things on the hit list. One of them I think I've already ticked off before we started recording, which I'm quite happy with. So they've got lots of hooded crows up here and we don't get them at home. And I've been after a decent shot of one for a while now, and I think I got it literally just back there, but I was too shy to talk to camera in front of all the people that were also walking around. So I've got one photo in the bag already, which is a good start. I've got a little map from the ferryman, and we're going to just go for a little wander, see what we see, and hopefully get some nice shots along the way. So this is the map that I've got, and the route I'm going to do the Livingston cave one. That's about an 8 kilometre walk. A bit shorter than my one the other week. But what I do is I'm going to take in the church and the sort of stuff down this end as well, and then sort of loop round onto that, and then go round through the woodland, back to the farm, back to the ferry, back for tea. The weapon of choice today is the Sony A7 V with my 200 to 600 lens, and I have also brought the Sony A7 IV with my wide angle on it in case I see any landscapes that I want to take in as well. Well, we made it to the church, but it's closed, so we can't go in there. But what we're going to do is we're going to go on the Minister's Walk now. So we're going to go up into the woods. Look at this just sea of bluebells. It's really strange to see them like out in the open, like a bluebell field. I'm so used to seeing them just in Woodland alone back home, but they're blooming everywhere. It's amazing. Well, this deer fence looks much more pleasant to go over than the last one that I did a few years ago. There's a couple on the rocks above me to my left. You might be able to see them. They're probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. Filming myself from two angles whilst I climb over a fence and then go back for the camera. Oh dear. A quandary that I always have with deer fencing is that I never know if I'm going into or out of the deer zone. Because there's signs everywhere that they're all over the place. But I think it's probably too windy to see any today, if I'm honest. And although this bit's been really quiet, there are a lot of people here, so I would say if there are any deer around, they are off hiding somewhere till it gets darker. Also, I didn't need to go over the deer fence at all. I could have just come through the gate. You can open it. You've fallen over again? Oh dear. I was gonna start heading towards the Livingston trail. However, it's a sign for a standing stone. Not gonna say no to seeing one of those. And this time I have already checked the deer fence. I can't open that one. So over we go. Just spotted some of the island's Highland cows having a snooze here under some of these little birch trees. There's a black one just framed here quite nicely. This could be our +1 cow for the calendar for this year. You never know, folks. I've got a love-hate relationship with this camera strap. It's handy, but when you've got like a bag and stuff on, you are quite restricted with your movement with it, unless you have it way down by your knees, which when you then move, it's like hitting your legs. Oh, look, there we go. A cow. There's wind. So the standing stone is just down here, but what I want to do is see if I can get a really compressed image with the 200 to 600, probably at 200 mil, just to see if I can get a different perspective on it. So I was thinking, we got some nice blue boughs, sort of in the ferns here as well, which could help. Add a bit of colour to it anyway. But we've got up here the hill with the bluebells on slopes up, which is going to intersect with the standing stone. So I've not got too much leeway either side. It might be that it's not possible, the image that I want in my head. I'll go back here and see what I can do. It is sort of better from back here, I think. Don't know, you guys will let me know. We tried, and that's all we can do at the end of the day. Try. So, to all you Outlander fans out there, I can't test this out properly because I haven't got any gemstones on me, but I can confirm, nope, I did not go through the standing stone. Maybe it only works with stone circles, who knows. Now the trick, I think, to photographing this, she says, with zero knowledge of landscape photography, no, is trying to find it so I can maybe photograph it without the top of it clearing, like in the sky, if that makes sense. So you can see here the tippy top boop is in the sky, and I feel I don't want it to break the skyline. It's one of the few things that I've picked up from watching all the landscape photography videos that I like to watch. This might take a bit of working. Work the scene, people. It's one I think doesn't look as nice from this side as it does from over here, because you've got all the moss on it on this side. This might take a little bit of figuring out. Don't know, it's hard. It's like in a dip, but there's like not much. It's like supporting act, I think, is what I've seen on some. So we've got our main subject, which is going to be the standing stone, but I haven't got much in the way of things to support it. Right, we'll get the camera out and see what we can do. I'm not sure. Even at like f2.8, it's trying to think if I can sort of isolate it, because the background is quite far away, but with a 70mm, it's not far away enough to like blow it right out. and the sky is not the most inspiring, is it? This is sort of what I want, but it doesn't come out into the sky from here, but it does break the tree line, so it's in with the mountain. But I like this feature here. Okay, I actually think this might be a good angle because we've got Ben Moor is the mountain over there, I think. So I'm gonna have to go and move my stuff out of the way. Because here, yeah, if I take this just to show you what I mean, it's breaking the skyline. We don't want that. But here, we should be all right. So let's just move my bits out of the way. What I am going to do, I've got the big one back, see? We can go farther back because we can compress it a lot, but I gotta go quite a way back because 200mm is quite a bit of difference to 70mm. Problem in here is trying to find a clear shot out because look, we've got that branch in the way there. That's annoying. I don't dislike it actually. You have to let me know which of those standing stone photos you like the most. I quite like that one, to be fair, that we just took. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. This seems like quite a nice place to actually stop and have a little something to eat. So I'm just going to roll out my new mat. I got this actually from Cy Eardley, so thank you Cy for that. He came and did a one-to-one workshop with me doing some leather work and gave me that, which was really nice of him, so thank you. It's a lovely waterproof mat, so I can sit here with the standing stone behind me and have a lovely bit of lunch with a dry bum, which is always nice. Lunch break over, let's head back out on our little wander and see what else there is to see on this wonderful little island. I'm heading down towards the Livingston trail, but what I'm going to do is also taking part of the south side of the island, because on the map the description of the walk there said it had some of the most spectacular views. So I figured taking some of those before we then head out sort of back towards the boat on the Livingston trail. There's a cave as well apparently that you get to go see, which would be quite cool. Just come around this corner and I can hear the stonechats chatting away. They are pretty bad. I do like the stonechats. The female is much harder to spot than the male, that's for sure. Where is she? Can hear her. Aha, there she is. I am very happy with my little find there on Stonechat Alley, as I'm going to call this place. There's quite a few there, so I got some decent photos. I'm really happy with that. Not got a good photo of a stonechat for ages. So very happy with that. Okay, we won't be getting this shot. So that is about as far south as I'm going to come today. It's getting really quite windy down here, so I'm going to head back the way we came and head down the Livingston trail. I'm quite excited about going to see this cave, not going to lie. Hopefully you can go in it and have a look around and yeah, see if there's anything else in that part and yeah, see if we can take any more photos. No, this is way beyond what was going to happen today, but dream shot. Stag right here, Benmore and the mountains behind it. That would be an epic shot, wouldn't it? Okay, I know I was joking about the deer shot just then, however, they're really far away, so I'm not going to get a decent shot. Down here, I don't know if I'm pointing at the right place, I can see some deer. That's pretty cool. No real way to get down there to get a photo of them, so I'm just going to take it in from here and be thankful that I spotted them. Boop. I'm really happy, go around this, with that spot. I mean, I know they're really far away, but just to be able to spot some wild deer is really nice. We don't get much deer around where we are, we've got too many sheep, so to see them out in the wild, even if they are a million miles away, it's still very nice. So I just came round the corner and there was a thrush on top of a little scrubby tree, which was nice to see and get some photos off as well. So we are getting there with some photos at least today. But oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful island. It's one of those places where you could just spend days and days just exploring, going down all the trails, working out where the animals are and sort of trying to get your shots and stuff set up. It's a bit harder when you've only got one day and a few hours, but we are making the most of it. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Split second, we saw some deer. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. That was only a split second. I think there was 3 of them. 2 of them were like quite a bit farther up in the woods, but there was one I managed to get a nice shot of. There's a tree around its butt, but I'm gonna take that, like, oh my goodness. Brilliant. Dead chuff for that. Almost made it past. I am still buzzing after that little deer encounter. It was so brief as well. I was literally just about to come out the woods and I thought, oh, I better put my camera into animal AI from the bird AI that it was in, or AF even, and literally did that and they were there. So, oh my God, amazing. And yeah, oh, I love deer. Yeah, anyway, we are back out in the open now. We've got some cows down here, so we're going to be heading that way. That's the way my posts are going. So let's get some more cow shots as well, because who doesn't love a Highland cow, hey? Just gotta hope she looks up now. How do you call a cow? Hey, goo! Oh, I can see a little eye poking out. My path goes right through the middle of them and they've got little ones. So, gonna have to be a bit wary. I'm sure they're fine, they're probably used to people, but I'm not a fan of having to walk close to cows, if I'm being honest. I reckon this fella here might be Dad. I think this tree behind me here deserves a photo. I'm liking the look of that tree. Right, we're gonna get the wide angle out and see what we can create. Are you gonna fall over? Here you go, look. I'll balance you. You shouldn't fall over now, guys. 24 to 70. Let's see how we get on. We're going to have a tally as to how many times Osmo has fallen over today. Oh wow. I don't know why there's a shed in here. What else in here? It looks like there's been something over in here at some point. This is all poop. Poop-de poop. Can't see any bats though. So, there we go. That's Livingston's cave. Let's carry on our little walk back. Oh, it's quite the view from the cave. This is let me show you. It's lovely that the clouds have cleared and we got a bit of sun. However, it is going to mean taking images is a bit harder because the light is now quite harsh. Even though it's gone 4 p.m, the sun is still really high in the sky. So it's one of those things I could do with that cloud cover still being here, to be honest. But I'm not gonna say that I don't like walking in the sun, because that's nice too. So I'm just coming around quite close to the sea here. You can see it is quite windy and choppy out there today, so I'm glad we're not sailing. But it should calm down tomorrow and we'll be able to move on. But beautiful. To be aware that my hat might fly off, but I reckon just over here we got some basalt columns. Just walking on this path, and there's a slow worm right in the middle of it, so it's going to be quite hard to photograph it because there's a big rock in front of it. I'm going to take this chance to photograph it, that's for sure. Well, that was a pretty nice little encounter there. So he's just crawled his way off the path, so we'll leave him be and we will carry on. Tell me that's not Scotland summed up in a picture. So heading back towards the ferry. It's actually a bit later than what I thought. It is currently 10 to 6. So if I had got the ferry over, I'd be scuppered because the ferry finishes at 5:30. So it's a good job I've got Tim the water taxi ready to come and pick me up. I've just got to weave my way through all these cows. Right, how am I going to negotiate these? These lot don't seem as chill as the last lot. I'm not sure, there's only so much room I can give them. Let me go towards the fence. Take a wide berth. Cows negotiated. Let's continue on down the track. I am nearly back. I just walking through this bit. There are so many Greylag geese here, so hopefully we'll get some good shots of those before we finish off this little walk. My walk here on the Isle of Ulva is nearly done and I've had an absolutely fabulous time. We got to see so many animals and I think we got some really nice pictures. I'm going to put my favourite ones on the screen right now for you, and let me know which ones were your favourite from the video as well. Let me know in the comments, and if you ever are in the area, I highly recommend coming out to the Isle of Ulva for the day. They have a really good cafe as well that Tim and I went to the other day. If you like fresh seafood, oh, it is the place to be. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video and I shall see you in the next one. Hello.